Yo, it's a bit of a different video for you guys today. So basically, I'll tell you a story. But watch this before I tell you the story.
This guy claims to turn into a cute girl in real time. You can see that even when he pinches his face, it remains consistent.
已经是很完善的，包括像这种捏脸什么的，它都是一个常规操作。这个东西是不会破相的，就是包括什么。
He can also eat things, and the face still remains consistent. You just gotta ignore all those awful male chewing sounds.
这个吃饭、喝水，然后什么摸脸。
Anyways, a lot of people were asking, well, what tool did he use? Can I do a tutorial on this? Well, I'm gonna show you how to do exactly that in this video. I'm gonna show you how to install it and run it. You can use the face.
Okay, that's enough of him talking. Now to hear me talk. So, I am not homophobic by any means, but what happened to me, I was on a dating site and I thought I was talking to a woman. Turns out it was a guy pretending to be a woman. Yes, how can I fall for such a stupid thing? It's because he was using someone else's pictures. Yeah. So I was sitting down having a conversation for 2 hours with a dude. And what slips these guys up? He was just gay. I don't know. He just liked straight guys. I don't know what fantasy he had, but he looked like Ben Mitchell from EastEnders. That's one thing I remember when I found him out. And he just kept on pretending to be a woman. But some of the conversation where it was going into like anal stuff. And he kept asking about anal stuff. I was like, I'm not into that. But then I thought to myself, like, this sounds like a dude. You know, unless this is a woman that's really into anal. This sounds like a dude. So I said, I'll just play along with him. And as soon as I did that, he comes out like, oh, well, I'm a dude. I'm like, well, okay, I kind of figured that out an hour ago. But I was just doing my YouTube work, and I just had him in the background just yapping away on WhatsApp. But yeah, he used a woman's pictures on WhatsApp. But here's the thing: he would send me voice messages, and it would sound like a woman. So I thought to myself, how is he doing this? And I realized he's been using some sort of voice changer software, or he's very good at mimicking a woman's voice. One out of the two. But whenever I went to try and have like a video conversation with this dude, the video would cut out. So I'll be like, let's have a video chat. It would cut out. You know, the FaceTime would just cut out. And I realized to myself, that's weird. And I realized to myself, yeah, this definitely is a dude. Cause he did come on video afterwards, and he showed himself, and he was a guy in a thong, in a dirty bedroom with the ashtray, watching porn with his phone on. Now I'm sitting down there editing videos, thinking to myself, like, this sounds like a dude. But he only came out because he thought I was gay. That's the only reason why he exposed himself. And after that, I just deleted the guy. But then he kept on ringing me. I was like, yo, I'm not gay. He kept on ringing, and then I had to try and find a way to block his number so he couldn't ring me, which I figured a way to do it. But he would have kept the fantasy that he wanted going if he had this software. He would have went on video chat with me, pretending to be a woman. And I think to myself, where does it stop with these dudes? Where does it stop? You know, because it becomes a point where you're just wasting people's time and you're gonna upset people, and it becomes really dangerous. Very, very dangerous indeed. Because you could be in a situation where it could be in, not, he's a fantasist. Okay, that guy was a fantasist. But it could be in the hands of criminals, where people could be lined up. You think you're going to meet a hot girl, and she says, oh, meet me at this place. Before you know it, you're ambushed by a bunch of dudes. and they don't have to find a woman to line you up. No. It's a lot easier now. They just use this software, get you to meet at a certain place, and then before you know it, you're in trouble. Because I've gone to meet actual women, and it can come across like I was going to be robbed. At one point, I remember I went to meet this girl at like 12 midnight, going into like 12:30. It was really late, but that was an actual girl. That wasn't a dude, but it was really dark. It was in the middle of a city center, so there was cameras around. So I felt kind of safe, but kind of not, because of the timing. But you know, you got other people who will not be so cautious. Because when I went out, I made sure put on my computer where I was going, just in case I didn't turn up for the next day. Other people won't be so smart, and you know, before you know it, they're robbed or killed. Because I've seen things where guys have gone to meet women, and then they've left the door open, and they've been robbed and killed for watches. And that's the most dangerous thing, where people are robbed using women. That's why this day and age now, when I'm going to meet people, it's definitely in broad daylight. You know, you can't trust anything you see. I saw a video of AI of Eminem and Tupac rap battling. That's how strange the world has become now. We're gonna see the next couple of years crimes committed with this AI, because you can use it to also trick people, like in the sense that when I get these phone calls from call centers from India, and you can always tell they're from India because of the accent. But what if they can mask the accent? You know, what if they can mask the accent? And this is how dangerous it is, because whenever I hear the Indian accent, I know something's up. You know, most call centers are from India now these days because it's cheaper labor, but I just thought to myself, something's up. So always cautious when I get these phone calls, and 9 times out of 10, when I ring my bank and when I ring the company, like my phone network, it is fraudulent. And what it is that the people who work at the call centers, they're not good people. They're out for extra bit of money. That's why they do what they do. So they are the cons. They're the conmen. There's a network, but they also work within the system. That's how they know so much. But now, you know, you won't be able to be so cautious, because the older generation, they won't even know. You know, they'll see a person, they'll hear a person, and they'll think it's real. And that's how dangerous things have become. You just can't believe your eyes these days. You know, just can't. Anyway, that was today's video. I'm out.